He simply touched the stack of cash on the table. His expression instantly darkened.
You fucking idiots didn't print this on starch-free paper.
I'm sorry, man. This is the best I have.
I don't have time for this. I told you on the phone. I needed exactly what you sold me last time.
As a top smuggler, he could tell with a single touch that the counterfeit bills were terrible, and that completely disrupted his smuggling plan. Chris had already retired. He only wanted to live a normal life with his wife and kids, until his useless brother-in-law, Andy, dragged the whole family back into the darkness. Lazy and greedy, Andy envied how Chris used to make easy money, so he secretly agreed to transport goods for the local drug dealer, Briggs. But on his very first run, customs carried out a surprise inspection. If he got caught, he would spend the rest of his life in prison. In a panic, he dumped all $700,000 worth of cocaine into the ocean. The drugs were gone, and so was the evidence. He escaped customs. But he couldn't escape the dealer. An enraged Briggs beat Andy so badly that he ended up in the hospital. He demanded that Andy repay $750,000 within 2 weeks, or he'd send him to meet God. Chris tried to negotiate, but Briggs refused to listen. He even threatened Chris's wife and children, for someone trying to leave his past behind. His family was his final bottom line, but after calming down, Chris realized, if he didn't pay the money, his family would never have peace again. With no other choice, he contacted his former crew, and boarded a cargo ship bound for Panama. His plan was simple. He would stay away from the highly profitable and smuggle high-quality counterfeit money instead. All he had to do was transport it from Panama to the United States, and sell it to a black market buyer. He would make a profit of $3 million. That money would pay off Briggs, and support his family. But the moment he boarded, Captain Camp started watching him. Chris had learned smuggling from his father, and Camp had once been outsmarted by Chris's father. So when he saw Chris back on a ship, he immediately knew Chris was up to something. Chris didn't have time to waste. He had to avoid the captain, while leading his partners to the stash location. Soon the cargo ship arrived in Panama. To buy more time, Chris ordered his partners to stage an accident. They deliberately crashed the ship into the dock, forcing it to remain in port. Then he took Andy and Danny to meet the supplier. But the moment he inspected the merchandise, Chris realized the counterfeit bills were low quality. They were impossible to sell. After pressing the supplier finally admitted. The best counterfeit money was now controlled by the local gangster, Gonzalo. There was less than an hour before departure. Chris had no choice but to risk meeting Gonzalo.